In this video, we are going to cover a detailed summary of Aristophanes' satirical comedy, The Frogs, exploring art, criticism, and wisdom through humor and myth. So let's start. The Frogs is a comic play by Aristophanes that blends sharp satire with mythology to explore the value of art, poetry, and leadership in times of crisis. The play is set during a difficult period for Athens, when the city is suffering from war, political instability, and cultural decline. Aristophanes uses humor to argue that society's survival depends on wise leadership and great art. The story centers on Dionysus, the god of theater, who is deeply concerned about the state of Athenian drama. Many great playwrights are dead, and Dionysus believes that the city lacks a poet capable of offering moral guidance. Determined to bring back a great tragedian, Dionysus decides to journey to the underworld to retrieve one of the dead masters. Dionysus travels in disguise as the hero Heracles and is accompanied by his clever and sarcastic slave, Xanthias. Their journey is filled with comic misadventures that mock heroism and cowardice. Dionysus frequently displays fear and incompetence, while Xanthias often appears braver and more sensible, reversing traditional roles and adding to the humor. On their way to the underworld, Dionysus and Xanthias cross the river Styx, where they encounter a chorus of frogs. The frogs chant rhythmically and mock Dionysus, creating one of the play's most famous scenes. Their repetitive croaking is both humorous and symbolic, representing empty noise without substance, an idea that connects to the play's critique of shallow art. Upon reaching the underworld, Dionysus discovers that a literary contest is underway. Two great tragedians, Aeschylus and Euripides, are competing for the throne of the greatest poet. Euripides, known for his innovative and questioning style, has challenged Aeschylus, the traditional master of tragedy. Dionysus is asked to judge their contest and decide who deserves to return to the world of the living. The contest between Aeschylus and Euripides forms the heart of the play. Through humorous debate, Aristophanes compares their poetic styles, themes, and moral values. Euripides criticizes Aeschylus for being old-fashioned and overly grand, while Aeschylus accuses Euripides of corrupting audiences with clever but shallow ideas. Their arguments extend beyond poetry to include politics, morality, and education. Dionysus listens carefully as both poets defend their approaches. Euripides emphasizes realism, logic, and intellectual challenge, while Aeschylus represents discipline, tradition, and moral strength. The debate becomes increasingly absurd, yet insightful, revealing Aristophanes' belief that art plays a crucial role in shaping public values. At the end of the contest, Dionysus must choose which poet to bring back to Athens. Although he initially favors Euripides, Dionysus ultimately selects Aeschylus, believing his wisdom and moral authority are more necessary for the troubled city. This decision reflects Aristophanes' preference for traditional values and strong leadership during times of crisis. The play concludes with Aeschylus returning to the living world, while Euripides remains in the underworld. The chorus celebrates the choice, emphasizing the importance of wisdom, responsibility, and depth in art and governance. The Frogs is a comedy with a serious message. Aristophanes uses laughter to criticize political leaders, cultural decline, and shallow thinking. The play suggests that great art is not merely entertainment, but a vital force for moral education and social stability. Through satire, parody, and mythological fantasy, The Frogs explores the responsibility of artists and intellectuals. It argues that societies in crisis need wisdom rooted in tradition and ethical strength, rather than cleverness alone. Ultimately, The Frogs remains a timeless reflection on the role of culture in public life. Aristophanes reminds audiences that art has the power to guide, challenge, and strengthen society, making this play both humorous and deeply meaningful.